What is it?
What's going on?
Alright guys, I'm back. So, remember that door that was locked and had all the droids that we destroyed with the console? Or with the terminal? Well, here we are. Actually, I think it is console. I always get these terms mixed up. Pretty sure they're in here. Datapad contains the ignition code. Excellent. Alright, let's head back. And for the third time, and hopefully the final, let's get the hell out of here. Glad to be done with this level. We're actually going to see some interesting stuff here in a little bit. Doo-doo-doo. Going to the shuttle. There we go. Take the shuttle to the shielded mesa in Telos' polar region.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Ah, shit.
Well,
Got
this
some
can't be
droids
any
after
worse
us.
than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me. You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
And Adnan is having some bad luck. Or we are. It's funny how he's always the one piloting, though.
An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I've picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and their allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
Uh-oh. We're not dead, bitches.
Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities.
Destroying one of you was easy. Wiping out 3 of you might cause me to break a sweat. Alright. So, Atten got a level. He's probably got a few levels at this point, actually. Let's go ahead and give him the basics, and I guess stealth as well. Alright. Does he have any armor upgrades? No. That's pretty good. Immunity critical hits. We'll keep that. Belt's good. I guess the heavy mining laser still. We really need to get him a better weapon, but I mean that's pretty good. Alright, so these guys are droids. Would probably be best to toss ion grenades at them. I mean, hell, even Kreia can toss one. And I am going to disable droid. Alright. Let us... You know what? I'll toss one as well.
I will silence this one.
Even the odds.
Oh. Gotta throw down a heal for Kreia. Oh shit, she's almost dead.
Say the word.
Oh, there she goes. Alright. Not too bad. Kreia went down, but it's whatever. Atten got another level. Sneak attack. Again, useless. So it might be worth giving him some toughness now. Or master sniper shot, perhaps. Not really going to be using Atten a lot, to be honest. I'm just going to go with toughness. The more vitality everyone has, the better. Alright, got a control cluster. A bunch of droid upgrades. Same here. It'll be nice if I decide to go ahead and use HK 47, or if I use T3M4 or something. Beodera looks as if he was knocked unconscious by the explosion. He can find refuge, then he should recover in time. Of course, Beodera's down. Is anyone else surprised? No one? Yeah, I thought not. Let's head on inside. Oh yeah. Beodera's got some bitches looking after him. Kreia's looking a little, injured.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Who are you?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense people come to no harm.
Very well. I did not come here to do battle.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt.
Guilt.
It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know
Murderer.
how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, You
will be broken.
You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason, and now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
So Atten has a history. It doesn't look like it's a very nice one either. She called him murderer. Wonder what that's all about. Maybe we'll have to chat with him to figure that out. Of course, the player character doesn't know about this.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
It was not my intention to come here, Atris, or to see you again.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
Maybe you should admit that it was the Council's decision that led to the Jedi Civil War.
You and all the Jedi who followed Revan caused the Jedi Civil War. It was because the need to wage war burned within you. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished me imprisoned, or worse.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept it, so I would never forget.
I was no longer a Jedi. It was no longer mine.
Indeed. A lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
Keep it then. I could care less.
I suspected as much. You cared nothing for the trappings of the Jedi, and you cared nothing for the Order, even on that final day you came before us. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
The Council was weak and ruled by fear.
And you were ruled by hate, aggression. That is not the way of a Jedi.
And the Council's way was to meet aggression with surrender? I'll take my choice any day.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, By serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
Sounds a lot like what Kreia was saying. Interesting. I wonder what the connection between Kreia and Atris is. Revan and Malak turned on you, not I.
Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malak's crusade would have been over before it began.
If the Jedi had backed us, there never would have been a civil war.
You betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way.
Hesitation and passivity are also strong emotions, ones we should guard against.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
No, there was no guarantee we would win. But if we had not acted, the Mandalorians would now rule the Republic.
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
The triumph of pacifism? Surrender?
Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory, or the only loss.
Nice words, but if we listened to you, we'd be hearing it in Mandalorian right now.
You do not know...
Oh, please. Anyone who stepped outside the Jedi archives would know it.
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Careful, Atris. Anger leads to the dark side.
You see shadows where there are none, and hate where there is none. You are blind, as always. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Paragus' destruction was necessary.
Necessary? The destruction of Paragus was necessary? You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Yes, Telos is doomed. No. I know it put Telos in jeopardy, but I had no choice.
No. Your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet, and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Why is Telos so important?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
It's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So, now I get blamed for the actions of the Sith.
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith have returned, and they are hunting all Jedi. Actually, the Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
They intend to exterminate all Jedi everywhere.
There are no more Jedi, except I. Like you, they turned from the Order, and now only I remain. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
I do not think I was followed. Actually, they're stronger than you think. At least one Sith Lord stands with them, and they fight differently than the Sith from the Jedi Civil War.
Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. If they face a true Jedi, they shall fall.
Your grasp of tactics is questionable.
We shall see. For now, the perspective on your situation has changed. I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
Wait, is there anything I could do to help? Actually, where can I find my companions?
You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. They have not been harmed. They are free to leave as well.
The sooner I'm out of here, the better.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove her, mistress.
Yes, remove me.
Come with us.
I don't like the look that one's giving me.
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.